All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground at Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Watch the ass. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Murray now on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There goes a deep ball. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, take 26. 80 weapons.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 50. Come on. Say.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Jones. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Boxing again.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
So Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for, and take. Successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Murray trying again after the pick 6. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. On first down, Rodgers looking long for his tight end read. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Go, go.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. And this one's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Room here to run. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Catch made here by Campbell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, just a deadly combination, and we see why right there.
And we've seen it develop over the years, because when Davante Adams first joined the Packers, he had to earn the trust of the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He has it in a big way now. He'll throw it to him long, he'll throw it to him short, but he always expects a big play to result.
Adams, former 2nd-round pick out of Fresno State, plays like a first-round pick in the NFL. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. Ebron's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the shift.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Murray now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Watch the whip. Watch that. Go. 15. Check 50.
To throw again on second down. Murray. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Hey, watch it.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
He's checking. Crash. Kill.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And he connects with Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes.
Slip. No.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 99.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch that in right.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Let's go, buddy.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray looking for Campbell. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Shoot. 150. Clear right. 6-6. Pull it high. 24. Smooth. Watch the curl. Plant. Flip it down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
No, 158.
Let's go. He's cracked.
Go to 50. Hey, you get that?
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second down, it's Jones. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Check 13. Check 13. Get 300. Get 300. Box it. Look at that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Small. Check 1. Watch the edge. Double up, double up.
To throw again. Murray. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Murray. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing again, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Murray to air it out again. The quick slant caught.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And the catch made by Hilton. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Watch the screen.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bomb? Away and try and make a big play. I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Murray now. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught at the 10. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Murray now on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey, Delta.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Murray sets to throw on 4th, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Protein spill.
On 3rd down, Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Murray. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
To throw is Murray. Going up top. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is Complete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
You. Run, right. Check 3. 36. Hey, check 20. X3. 218, chop. Check 30. Hey, Foxtrot. 50, Mike, 50. Go. Flip again.
To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down.
Here we go. Now the 1, 6, 3. Rise the slam. Off. Same on. He's coming. We got double up. One. Bang. Check 4. Kill. Hey. That's fine.
Now Murray looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray again. Complete to Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play. First down.
He's checking.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Ebron's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Murray now to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
From the 27, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. to throw for it on fourth. And able to find John Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 88, 88, 88. Check 49. 50. Hey, high 7.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, check 26.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Inside. Plant.
And again, it's Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Over. 26. Box it.
Rodgers now throwing again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Indianapolis, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.